what you're doing right here is making sure that una feel raha. Kama Mudhoni, the drama queen alivyosema. Joining me in studio for another session,
Mr. Billy in the building,
Jimmy Cooks.
My name is Ronnie Randy, and we jump straight into the results. Mr. Billy,
mlisema after party ya Olympics ina.
After party ya Olympics imeanza.
So kuna Diamond League.
Uko pia watu wanasikia raha ama?
Yes, watu wanasikia raha Diamond League.
Okay.
Sasa unajua Diamond League inakuanga na circuit. So the first circuit after Olympic still ina happen.
Okay.
And it's happening at Lausanne. How do you pronounce that name, Jimmy? Lausanne. Amani Lausanne. But the most interesting part is like for me the most interesting results ni ule jamaa Botswana pia alifanya ile kitu 200 meters Tebogo alibaki amewin that one with.
You know how old Letsile Tebogo is?
He was born in 2003, so
21 year old.
So Leslie Tebogo is 21 years old.
Yeah, so quick maths ni 21 years old.
So do you think Omanyala is as young? Just a question.
Omanyala ako miaka ngapi? Amefika 25 ama 27? He's almost in his 30s. Wacha tuseme tu hivyo, but you know, but this guy is young. Alibaki win that 200 meters. So we need to see huyu jamaa anaenda up in this. If Olympic alishinda gold ikakuwa a national holiday for this guy. So ameshinda Diamond League, sitakuwa wiki mzima wasota patiwa leave. Want to celebrate. So for me that is one of the most outstanding results that niliona huko. But also another one will come in which race? 800 meters, yeah? Men. Yes. Of which a man like Wanyonyi bwana. Fana kutoka kule Fuingo. Alibaki amewin that with a time of 1 minute, 41 seconds and 11 milliseconds, right? Yes. And for him now he's tied with Wilson Kipterer. And Wilson Kipterer amekuwa like an OG in the 800 meters, but he was just 1 second shy, not even 1 second, milliseconds shy away from breaking Rhodesia's 2012 Olympic record, of which yake ilikuwa 1 minute 40 seconds.
1 minute 40 seconds.
Yes.
A second milliseconds
shy. Yeah, away from breaking that record.
Kurudisha David from retirement.
Yeah, you have to come back and rudisha that. So that is one of amazing results, but the other ones are because ikiendelea unapata like javelin, Yego didn't do well. Alibaki amaliza number 6.
That is actually where I wanted us to catch up kiasi.
Yes.
Javelin.
Yeah.
We want to say that Yego didn't finish at his best.
Yeah.
But are you seeing a comeback happening soon for Julius Yego?
Yes. Juzi imekuwa back to back.
Okay.
Olympics was just days ago. Then now you see Diamond League. So if he continues with the series like that, I believe the more you train, the more you participate in these games, automatically manzona jikutanga. Now you're becoming good. Because he was like 8 meters shy from the winner. The winner alikuwa na 90.61 meters.
Yes.
And Yego alimaliza number 6 with 83. So it's like 7 meters away.
Crazy.
Yep.
But I feel like the Diamond League is a second chance.
True.
For people who didn't perform well in the Olympics. So when you get that second chance, what do you do with it? I feel like sometimes it comes a bit too soon for some of the athletes.
Yes.
Sometimes it's the perfect time.
Yes.
So it's all about timing as well for a man like Yego.
Yeah, and then Mora also did that thing. 800 meters women. She finished number 1 with a time of 1 minute 57 seconds and 91 milliseconds. Big shout out to Mora. Acha niklapie Mora kwanza because she did incredibly well. Na kiendelea hivi, we are seeing another legend in 800 meters. So Faith Kipyegon na Mora kiboeka na 800 aone there is no competition, she'll be like, why not, let me go kwa 800 kwa 800 meters. So those were some of the results zenye zilinifurahisha kwa Diamond League. The rest it was like it is what it is, man.
Ndiyo tunaweza sema it is what it is, lakini usisahau Wanyonyi Emmanuel alifanya ile kitu just as you had mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That huyo jamaa when it comes to 800 meters he's no joke.
He's no joke.
With milliseconds shy
from breaking 2012 Olympic world record of David Rudisha. 1 minute 40 seconds.
You guy, my guy.
Yes.
Mtu kama huyo, kwa nini usiinvest?
That's a national treasure.
Na nikisho, ndiyo ni national treasure. Swali ni, tumetenga.
right. So guys, when we come back tunaangalia results of game week 1, that is in the Premier League. Lakini kuwapatia tu fununu, Manchester ikulala number 1 hiyo weekend, but never worry, kuna early kickoff beginning in like 5 minutes. Also tokona kupatia results in that game, Manchester United versus Brighton.
Remember to keep it bazeradio.co.ke.
Greenwood, what did he do with his lemons, bro? Made some lemonade. So Mason Greenwood went to Marseille. First game, debut season. This man got a brace. BazeRadio.co.ke. This is play by play. My name is Jimmy Cooks.
Mr. Bill in the building.
Ronnie Randy. What an intro. Wewe.
Not just a brace, also an assist for the other goal. Yes.
So he was involved in 3 goals.
Yes, and he was about to score the 3rd goal, but it was like, let me give it to you, bruh. You score. Yes.
One thing also about Mason Greenwood
Yes.
is that he's finally made the decision. A very tough decision, but a very much needed decision
Yes.
to switch his nationalities. From
What?
3 Lions,
True.
the Caribbean thing.
Wagwan.
Silverback, yeah?
After Vibes, I feel like it's Vibes Cartel influence, man.
Definitely.
Also,
Also,
like Vibes Cartel is out, he was like, yeah, I want to go back home.
yeah, it's definitely time for him to also get some freedom.
Yeah.
Liberty tastes so nice.
Because in English football, I don't feel like he's going to play. You know, English, they cancel you in a GIF, man. So, like, you're gone, no matter what. But it is what it is. So if we are looking at League One,
Tuanze na the Farmers League. League One,
yes,
Liga.
yes. So match day 1 of 34, we had PSG against Le Havre, whereby PSG went on to win that game 4-1. We had Brest ikicheza na Marseille, so Marseille went ahead to win that game 5-1. Reims, they were playing against Lyon. Not Lyon, Lille. And Lille went ahead to win that game 2-0. Monaco versus Saint-Etienne. So Monaco went ahead to win that game 1-0. Auxerre versus Nice. Nice went ahead to win that game. Auxerre went ahead to win that game 2-1. Montpellier. So T is silent.
Yeah.
Man. Versus Strasbourg, it ended in a 1-1 draw. Then Toulouse versus Nantes, it ended on a 0-0 draw. Then Angers versus Lens. Lens won that game 1-0. Then Rennes versus Lyon. Lyon walipigwa 3-0.
Welcome back.
But the 3-0, damn.
Yeah.
Hivyo ndio inafanyika.
Yes. So PSG bado tafanyile kitu?
Probably. As I've said before we started, it's a Farmers League.
I'm a PSG fan, bro.
Yeah, PSG have mastered.
As in, will you support any other team in France apart from PSG?
Yes, Marseille, they're good.
But you're not?
Yeah, I'm supporting PSG.
And also, a question to our listener. Which other team would you really genuinely support in the Ligue 1?
Yes, Ligue 1.
Apart from PSG?
Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes.
You have to say it in the French. Paris Saint-Germain.
Now, the reason why also Jimmy Cooks is calling it a Farmers League is even when you look at their results for game week 2, they won 6-0.
6-0, man. Like
Come
it was...
You're not seeing such a result in game week 2 in any other league. Yes.
Yeah, but we've had stories. Again, I'll still ask you guys, who do you think will bear the flag League 1? Because Mbappe is gone, Neymar is gone, Messi is gone, like literally. Mkasamani Greenwood bear the flag.
Still on that kid. As in his debut should tell you as much. Played good not only on the scoring goals front, as you've said, he participated in playmaking as well. And he was unselfish enough to give out a penalty that would have seen him score a hat-trick.
A hat-trick.
He gave it away, he gave the ball away. So to me, that's the mark of a true leader.
So top scorer, who do you see working with that?
Kwa sahi ni tricky kwa sababu Asensio is also leading that race.
Yes.
And with PSG, you never really know. Since Mbappe is out of the equation, you really can't tell. Talking about someone who's getting himself in and out of the equation in the past few seasons is Juventus.
Juventus!
Yes. So they signed Pogba, akakuwa na issues, got themselves into the equation of winning the Serie A, then wakatolewa, I believe, na Inter Milan. But now they're back in the new season, and they won their first league match against Fabregas' side, Como. 3-0.
And Como, they have been buying everybody, man.
Convincing 3-0.
Nice.
Juventus were at home at the Allianz Arena. It was a steady performance. Mbangula, Weah, and Cambiaso putting Juventus in the lead.
So Chiesa, did he play? Because he's linked with Barcelona and other clubs. They're in search for Chiesa. Then now also Sancho, he might be heading to Juventus. We're here to see that by a loan obligation first, then with an obligation to buy.
Yes.
So we're here to see. But I feel like ili itakuwa sara. Selling Sancho for 47 million pounds after Mulimbai for almost like 80 something. It feels like
we will get right there. We will get right
what
there.
What is happening in Napoli, guys? Like, this is a team that last season but one were the champions of Italy.
Yes.
Now they are losing 3-0
against Verona. Not just any other team. If it were AC Milan, we would have said, yeah, it's AC Milan. But good news for Napoli, though, they have Lukaku now. There's an agreement between...
Is it a here we go or a there we land?
Here we go. There's an agreement of 37 million pounds for Lukaku from Chelsea. So I believe they'll be good. So Osimhen with Lukaku up front. Yeah, you good, man.
You good?
Yeah, you good, man.
This is Roy Yako playing right here on Baze Radio. 10 tons. Motoria na OT. Keep it locked.
Atinasikia fiti. Ama inakuanga ii. Yeah, ni fiti ama ii.
Nimesikia mtu akisema kwa hapo nyuma back left.
Alisema back seat excuse imekuwa ni love seat. So, welcome back guys. It's play by play right here on bazeradio.co.ke or else you can listen to us via my Safaricom app. Pia 0716250933 hiyo ni WhatsApp number yetu guys. So tulikuwa tunaangalia Serie A, right? Na some of the results of match day 1, tulikuwa na Genoa versus Inter Milan ilibaki imeisha 2-2. And then kuna Parma versus Fiorentina ilisha 1-1 of which De Gea tuko na expect De Gea atafanya 1 2 3 4 5 but we need to see De Gea perform on that end. Then kuko na AC Milan versus Torino ilisha 2-2, Empoli versus Monza ilisha 0-0, Verona versus Napoli alion tuko tumesema Verona ilibaki imeshinda 3-0, Bologna versus Udinese ilisha draw 1-1, Calgary versus Roma 0-0, Lazio versus Venezia, Lazio ilishinda 3-1. And then we had which other games? Yes. So we had also on Monday tukakuwa na Lecce versus Atlanta. Atlanta ikabaki imeshinda 4-0. With Serie A kitu nifurahisha Jimmy there's so many draws.
Yeah, that's the Italian style of football. So Italians believe that defense wins games, right? So for Italians, they are playing to win, but they're also not playing to lose. So for them, if I'm not scoring, then you are not scoring. So
we are good.
Exactly.
You don't score, we are good.
Yeah.
Then yesterday, or rather on Monday, not yesterday, on Monday also we had Juventus against Como, of which Juventus ended up winning that game 3-0. And hii Como imekam kwa ligi, right? And it's under a man like Cesc Fabregas. And they've been signing guys, man. Sergio Busquets is the latest recruitment for them.
Sergio Busquets?
Yes, from Barcelona.
No, Inter Miami.
Inter Miami. Not who is this guy?
Sergio Roberto.
Yeah, Sergio Roberto rather.
Yes.
Listener, sorry. Sergio Roberto from Barcelona ended up joining Como. Na mkumbuke pia Varane from Manchester United joined Como. So are they cooking something?
They had to, because they don't want to go back to the relegation.
Yeah.
So they had to make a few signings. Problem is, I feel that they've signed people from other leagues. It might prove challenging.
Yes.
If you are a newly promoted club, you want people who have experience playing that particular
league other than people from other league.
Yeah.
So real quick, Bundesliga, we had one match yesterday.
Yeah, Bundesliga just began this weekend.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And my mighty Bayern Leverkusen, the team that humiliated Bayern Munich, the team that made Harry Kane to look cast, were playing against Bayern Mönchengladbach, of which that game Bayern Leverkusen scored in the 101 minute of the game.
Bayer Leverkusen being Bayer Leverkusen. Now, what I learned about this particular match was that they were actually ahead.
Yes.
By the 38th minute,
Yes.
they were ahead 2-0. And they were cruising nicely.
They were like,
Xabi
this is
Alonso in
done.
the middle
This
of
is
the
done.
park. The right
The Barcelona football.
back, who's the right back called?
Jeremy Frimpong.
Jeremy Frimpong was pinging balls left, right, and center in the pitch. Was having a field day up until the 59th minute. Borussia Mönchengladbach got one chance and they scored. And what he did to them is what it does to every football fan. You have to remember Mönchengladbach was at home.
Yes.
So when you are 2 goals down and you're chasing for a comeback, one goal does the magic.
Shifts
To
momentum.
the players,
You only need one.
to the fans. Vile tu umesema, shifts momentum. In the 85th minute, Mönchengladbach wasn't done.
2-2.
They're like, you guys don't want to go away with this win, eh? Alright, Silva back in it.
In it for
Akatoa ndani, jamaa fulani aitwa Kleindienst.
yes.
Akatoa ndani. But one thing about Bayer Leverkusen
Yeah.
is that they actually love a challenge.
Faggy time.
They enjoy being pushed to the corners and rediscovering their limits.
Nice.
At exactly 90 plus 11,
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz
Did that
through.
thing.
Hey, that kid is good.
He is.
I don't know what the future holds for Leverkusen, but I'm sure he's not part of it
Okay.
to some extent, because that kind of talent shouldn't stay in the Bundesliga long. I believe Jamal Musiala should also be looking for a way out. I mean, yes, they are playing for decent teams, but if you are being honest and true, their quality is not for the Bundesliga.
Bayer Leverkusen is decent. You're calling Bayern Munich a decent team?
Yeah, bro. I mean, winning the Bundesliga for 10 years in a row isn't a big deal. I feel like every team in the top 4 in the Premier League can do that.
No?
If
They-
taken to German.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Do you know why? Because in those 10 years they have won the Bundesliga.
Yes.
They have still managed to sneak in a Champions League.
Okay.
But I
Feel
always
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel they like do what? It's like to manipulate, like which is good. So you go in each team you pick like their key man, you bring them to bad. You
Look
see now
who's talking and you're a PSG supporter. What are you saying? Nani haoni
No,
nini?
now we are at
Look who's
now we are at
talking.
Bayern Munich. Yeah? You see that like that's what they do. They pick everybody from like a good team, and I feel like that's what imekuikiwa make like to stand out. But I feel like Leverkusen, if they continue with this momentum and if they win a Champions League somewhere, or even they simply reach like the semis or even the final, I believe like it will be their best season ever. Yes.
It should be their best season. But one thing Jimmy has mentioned is that one of those players should leave the Bundesliga. To go to which league? Maybe the Premier League.
La Liga, probably.
But most likely La Liga.
Yes.
La Liga. Which teams
But again, they're
are
Germans.
able to finance their wages? Because right now we are speaking about Real Madrid, which, by the way, commenced their league with a 1-1 draw against Valencia.
Mallorca, actually.
Against Mallorca.
Yes.
Sorry, pardon.
So Barcelona,
Against Mallorca.
yeah. So Barcelona ndio walikuwa wanacheza na Valencia, which Barcelona won 2-1. And from the game, Mendy, you are being given a red card 90 plus 7 minutes, bro. What the hell are you doing?
Kitu alikuwa anafanya ni alikuwa anachachisha. This is Baze Radio. Keep it locked. This is bazeradio.co.ke. Ronnie Randy.
Mr. Bill in the building.
Jimmy Cooks.
Always cooking. Unasahau hiyo tag kwa nini? Always cooking.
So coming up, we'll be talking about Jude Bellingham's new injury.
Yes.
He has a plantar fasciitis injury. I'll tell you what that really consists of. Because it's something that Real Madrid might really have to take care of. It's a very crucial part of the foot.
Yeah.
That really needs to be taken care of. Really needs to be properly rehabilitated. But what are we going to do right here at Play by Play? Analyze that injury.
Yes.
Apart from that, we'll also be talking about Manuel Neuer's retirement.
End of an era.
End of
That's
an
how
era.
I call it. Evo to end of an era. Full stop.
Another end of an era will be Ilkay Gundogan's Barcelona era.
Yes.
It was short-lived.
Very short.
He definitely just went for holiday.
No. He went to Barcelona. He saw Real Madrid. He conquered them and he went back to Man
What
City.
did he conquer? Each and every match Ilkay Gundogan played against Real Madrid.
Yes.
He lost.
No. Hivyo inasemekana. He went to Barcelona. He saw
Nani
Real
anasema
Madrid.
hivyo?
He conquered them and he went back. I'll be telling you how.
We wacha bana,
Yeah.
we wacha bana. And also be talking about Haaland's 100 games for Manchester City.
Damn.
Definitely hitting the 90 plus goals.
This guy is a robot,
And
man.
100.
This guy is a robot, man.
I think that is also one advantage of being a Ronaldo fan. Messi fans wouldn't understand this.
Oh.
They
talking
wouldn't. We'll also be talking about the PFA awards. Jimmy Cooks has an allegation.
Yes, and he has to file it against the Board of Professional Footballers Association.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think players are voting for this thing. I still do think that there's some people in a board meeting somewhere, in a boardroom somewhere, that be making these choices. Because if we are being honest,
This ain't the Grammys, bro.
Phil Foden, nah.
No, not really.
We will get right there, but also we'll be mentioning something about the transfers. Cristiano Ronaldo's new YouTube page, YouTube channel.
The guy has decided to be a YouTuber. Damn.
I wanna invest.
Yes.
But with 30 million investors, I think Play by Play should,
Yeah, invest there.
we should
again.
sneak ourselves
In there,
into
in there.
CR7's YouTube page, and we'll also be talking about the National Rugby Circuit right here on Play by Play. We'll be right back right after this.
Wagwan, bazeradio.co.ke. This is Play by Play. My name is Jimmy Cooks.
Mr. Bill in the building.
Ronnie Randy is my name.
Alrighty. So every year
Uh-huh.
in August, we are told that players come together and they vote for what they believe are the best players in the league for that particular season.
So you've decided to enter this conversation with being politically correct.
Yeah.
On his choice of words, we are told
Setting the records right.
that players go, okay, keep going. Keep going.
We don't see them voting. We are just
But we
told-
hear they voted.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
So the list has come out
Uh-huh.
for last season's cream of the cream for the Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah.
In goal, we have man like David Raya.
Uh-huh.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Golden Glove winner, 16 clean sheets, only conceded 29 goals. Nice. Even without players voting for that, I agree.
Yes.
At right back, we have man like Kyle Walker.
Uh-huh.
Man City's captain, leader of the team, went on to win the Premier League 4th consecutive time.
Yes.
Agreed. Centre backs, we had Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, and man like Virgil van Dijk. So they completed the
back four.
defenders, right?
Yes.
Out of those three defenders, who was a complaint? No one, I guess.
True.
Right? Great. Virgil van Dijk led Liverpool to a third place finish. They could have gotten more. They didn't, but at least.
It was a solid.
Yeah?
It was a solid season.
Magalhaes Saliba, best centre back partnership in the league. right
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah, for Arsenal. Yeah. Agree to
now.
disagree.
16 clean sheets as David Raya.
Yeah.
So they deserve to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We go on to the midfield. In the midfield, we had Rodri, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice. So Rodri, I think he speaks for himself. Man, Rodri is good. Legit good. Martin Odegaard, creative engine, captain, good. Let him be there. He led the league in the chances created.
Yes.
Let him be there. Now we have Declan Rice. Yeah? In his first season at Arsenal.
Okay.
I'm an Arsenal fan, so I do agree he played good football. But was
Did he
good
though?
enough to be in the PFA team of the season?
Who will
I'm
you have?
asking a
Who will you have replaced
No.
Declan Rice with?
I've seen people who played better. Not at Arsenal.
In his position,
Yes, in his
You need at this particular moment. You need to point names and mention fingers.
Easy.
Okay.
Amadou Onana, John McGinn,
Okay. Arguably for John
Alexis
McGinn,
McAllister.
McAllister. Okay, true.
Slobosly. I'm just
Dominic
helping-
Shaw was like,
I'm just helping him out.
Okay, but valid.
Uh-huh.
Declan Rice, I can make a case for him.
Hujasema the newest English talent.
Yeah.
Kobe Mino.
Where's Kobe Mino?
Bana.
I know if Kobe Mino is making it to that team. I'm sorry, guys.
Why not?
He's playing the same position as Rodri.
Sawa.
No, but
So we go on to the attackers.
Yeah.
Okay.
The last 3 attackers. We have Erling Haaland, the top scorer. Oli Watkins with an amazing season. True. I don't think he'll ever have another amazing season.
Yeah, this season is gonna be better, yeah.
And then last but not least, also the winner of the PFA Player of the Season, Phil Foden.
A controversial win for you.
Bruh.
Because according to how you're speaking,
Yes.
I can tell that you're from a different school of
Perspective.
opinion and perspective.
100%. I
Okay.
feel like if it was real players who are voting for this thing,
Real players.
there, yes. Real football players who are on the pitch with those players
Okay.
will tell you that Bukayo Saka should be there.
Why do you think Bukayo Saka should be the PFA Player of the Season and not Phil Foden?
Okay.
Okay, wait. Was Bukayo Saka supposed to win the Player of the Season and be in the team, or be in the team and not win the Player of the Season?
For me, just be in the team, not to win it.
Okay,
You
just
should
be in the team. Okay.
Because, what Bukayo Saka has done, not only for Arsenal but also for his nation, was a lot. Like, he got Arsenal to a second place finish, and I know it's that part where he didn't actually get the silverware that distinguishes him from Foden. But once you leave out that part, he had a better season than Phil Foden.
True.
Here's why. He led his national team to a final. Also, again, he just fell short of silverware. So I feel like this is where I'm saying it's not players voting, because it's someone who looks at trophies to give you an accolade.
Isn't this?
Those real players have seen you on the pitch. They've seen what you brought onto the pitch.
And they know the impact that you actually bring when you're being subbed in or when you're beginning the match from the immediate kickoff.
That's what happened with Ballon d'Or, the same thing. Like, it's just the same.
But Wagwan, for Ballon d'Or, at least they've told us, hey, yo, it's not only players voting.
It's
We
everybody.
also have media people voting. We also have ex-players voting.
Yes.
But here, they're telling us it's players.
Professional footballers association.
So a quick one. If you were to have a bench for the PFA team of the season, Billy, give me your keeper.
Nice.
Jimmy, you give me your right back.
Easy.
Just the keeper.
Ederson will do. I know he didn't get the clean sheets, most of them as Raya and stuff, but is a guy who makes like the crucial saves that goes ahead and wins the game for Manchester City. You get, and Manchester City winning the league. If you look at how they played, he has played a crucial role in terms of the stops, the saves that he has made. So for me, he will be on the bench as my keeper.
Okay.
Yes.
Easy.
Jimmy?
At right back, I have Ben White.
At right back, you have Ben White.
Yeah.
At left back, I'd probably have Cucurella.
Agreed. Yeah, nice pick.
Yeah, because he did well in the Euros, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, guys, we're asking you, who do you feel should not or should be in the PFA team of the year? As we said earlier on, you can talk to us on 0716250933. But Atakol Palma alishinda kakitu and is not in the team.
Yeah, young player of the year. I feel like for him, he misses out because of the formation they've chose to go with. The formation they've chose to go with is a 4-3-3.
A 4-3-3.
Which leaves Martin Odegaard as the 10. He can't
Be in that team.
ahead of Martin Odegaard.
Watu wa Manchester United tunanyanyaswa. Hii pande ingine it's half time. Brighton leading 1-0. Danny Welbeck scoring that. If you had Danny Welbeck in your team, uko na 5 points. And if you had Mitoma in your team, uko na 4 points. So, what's your fantasy? As a
Are you a Manchester United fan? Are you a Manchester United fan? South to Soul with Lazizi coming right through your way. This is play by play na ningependa sana isemekane that Manchester United uko juu ya meza. But it is unfortunate times because Brighton wameweka mikakati
na harakati
kwa hii mradi ya Manchester United ya kuensure ya kwamba
wametenga bao moja
in the next finance wametenga 1 goal
courtesy of Welbeck,
courtesy of a former Manchester United
provided by Mitoma.
Come on, it can't be that way.
Yeah.
but tulikuwa tuna mention the bench for the PFA.
Yeah.
Na tulikuwa tushasema Kukurela as the left back, Ben White as the right back, na Ederson as the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Give me your 2 center backs. Mr. Billy.
I'll remain with Gabriel.
Lakini ni bench, hawezi remain now.
So ni bench. So who had a standout season? It's hard, man.
Naweza kusaidia kwa center back mmoja. Tunaweza weka Van de Ven from Tottenham.
Or Poro.
Poro is a right back.
He's a right back, right?
Yes.
Van der Ven, I see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can be there. Yes.
Sindio? Another center back?
So he got a chance to play for his national team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Many thought he's gonna flop. He didn't.
Yes.
But Mark Gay, he takes it for me.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I was going to go that because he was like in the Euros he stood out, and also for Crystal Palace, man, he stood out. And now he's the captain for Crystal Palace, and again I feel if he remains at Crystal Palace, he will have again another good season. If you go to the mid, I'll have my boy Kobe Maino. Outstanding. No,
Uko tu sawa.
was outstanding. He was
definitely.
He was very outstanding.
And if you dare mention the goal against Liverpool, you dare mention the goal against Man City.
That was good.
Yeah.
And also,
we are talking PFA first team status.
Yes, and he went on to win the FA with Manchester United. He went on to also to perform well in the Euros. And again, one thing that I will include him, because at the beginning of the season he had an injury, but he came in just in a short period of time. He was in first team, and then he got that England call. So you can tell if he had a full season, he would have done better. But I feel he did good if you consider the fact that Ali Kamin almost was the middle of the season, right? Okay. So I'll have him in the middle.
Will you agree that also in the midfield to sneak in Douglas Luiz, currently at Juventus?
True.
It's arguable though.
Yes.
It's arguable.
He was so pivotal for the success of Aston Villa. But for me, I'll have McGinn instead of Luiz. If I was to choose from the guys, I'll have McGinn instead of Luiz.
So Cooks,
yes.
Would you have Bukayo?
Because he wasn't the first.
Obviously.
At the front, yeah?
Yeah.
Kwa sababu hapo katikati tumeacha spot moja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he will play obviously on the right side.
On the left?
Yeah, because on the left, wow. I wish I wouldn't choose him.
Just choose him. Say, if it's Garnacho, say.
No. I was about to say someone from City.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's fast, he's young, and he didn't get a chance to show his best. So Jeremy Doku.
Up front, who are you lot picking?
Up front, I love Palma on my team.
As the number 9?
No. What was the name? Up front, I will
as the number 9.
Instead of Doku, I love Palma.
Okay.
On that one, but as number 9, England of late, there are no natural number 9s. But I feel like Solanke will have done a good job.
Yeah.
Solanke, he had a good season. He scored a couple of goals, over 10 goals for Bournemouth, and consider the fact he plays for Bournemouth. If he was in a good team, he probably would have reached like the 15 goal mark.
And I'm glad that we've gotten to Solanke.
Yeah.
Because also in the midfield,
yeah,
the one spot that we left was for a man like Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes, sir.
KDB, who's being teamed back again
with Ilkay.
Ilkay Gundogan.
Yes.
Ilkay Gundogan is back at the City.
Yeah.
At the Etihad to form a very durable partnership.
Premium tiers for the
opponents. Especially for us Manchester United.
Yeah. We don't like that guy.
Amezoea United.
We don't like that guy.
Na ametolea Pep form sana.
Yep.
But also one man who has also earned his rightful transfer is Dominic Solanke.
Yeah.
Because after such a wonderful season, now he's in Tottenham. Obviously with good wages.
He's playing Europe, right?
He's playing European football.
Yeah, he's playing European football. There is a chance maybe for a Carabao Cup somewhere in future maybe.
Yeah, so there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a bigger chance.
You're saying this based off what the coach said, right? Because Spurs have never won anything, but their manager said that in his second season, he always wins trophies.
He has to.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Because we will hold him accountable as play by play.
Yeah.
We will definitely hold him accountable.
We'll be like, bro, you said you are going to win at all. Where is the trophy?
Mr. Billy,
Yes.
do you think the transfer of Romelu Lukaku to Napoli is a viable transfer? If you were the director at Napoli, would you sign Romelu Lukaku?
No.
Why
No,
not?
no. Because Lukaku is almost out of his prime, and him moving from team to team, it's not good for me. But I feel the idea they used is because he did well at Inter, right?
Yep.
And Inter is in Italy, so
Yes.
they felt like the style of play and everything the same league. So if we bring him to Napoli, he's going to perform well the same way he performed at Inter. But for me, I wouldn't get Lukaku now.
You will get Lukaku now.
No. He's out of his prime.
This is what I believe. Romelu Lukaku in the Serie A is a different beast. Whether or not he is in his prime, sign the man then.
Would you compare the Everton Lukaku and the Lukaku now?
That was a young Lukaku.
See? In his prime.
Not in his prime yet. He was still at 24,
How old is he now?
almost 32.
See? Like once you reach 30 as a player, man, you have
In the
accountability.
Serie A, they value such age categories.
Old is gold.
Yes, because again, Jimmy said earlier, in the Serie A, if you're not scoring, then
You are
I'm also not
defending.
scoring. Then we are
so-
defending.
so we
And
are
they
good.
need that experience.
So when we come back, we're looking at why Dybala refused a stellar transfer to the Saudi League, right? Akasema mimi Roma to the blood. Yes.
This is Baze Radio.
BazeRadio.co.ke. This is Play by Play. My good name is Jimmy Cooks.
Mr. Bill in the building.
Ronnie Randy.
Now, Paulo Dybala is a man that I've gotten a chance to watch play since when he was a young gun with a whole lot of potential.
Yep.
Now, this guy was left-footed and was tipped to be the next Lionel Messi, right?
Yes.
Had a good stint at Juve. Also, he's currently enjoying some time at Roma.
Yes.
But the Saudi Pro League is never not looking for good talent. And they come with some big bucks. So now most people take the money.
True.
I think that for most people, yes, football is a passion, but it's also a career.
Yes.
You have to pay bills, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for a man like Paulo Dybala, it's different. He feels that the football is a bit more than just the money that he receives at the end of the week.
Okay.
So how much money are we talking that he turned down?
So Paulo Dybala turned down a whooping
Yes.
80 million euros in salary spread out through 3 years.
Wow.
At Al-Qadish. Is it called Al-Qadish?
Imelipa deni yote ya Mchina.
Yote,
Ata finance economy ya Kenya?
You see-
IMF tumemalizana nao.
you see, at 80 million euros, we are
Yeah.
talking a rough figure of 26 million euros a year
Yeah.
in wages.
Yes.
We haven't added your allowances, haven't added your bonuses.
Yeah.
We haven't even added a few things here and there from your Nikes and Adidas. Not
The
at all.
endorsements and stuff, huh?
Yes.
So I have a whole lot of respect for him because I believe that football should be a bit more than the money. And for a man like Dybala, he's not young, but he's also not too old to like hanging from European football.
True.
So if he chose not to take the money, I think most young people, anyone who's younger than him, should take that as motivation.
Oscar did, but Oscar did not. He didn't turn down. Oscar said, "What the f, man? Let me go to China and make money."
Yeah, but you see, the situation for Oscar was a bit different. He was the breadwinner for his family at
Oh,
that
so-
young age as well. So for him, he had more to think about.
Other than
But
just
Dybala,
football.
he's already made the money. So money is no longer motivation for him.
And then you see, for Oscar, back then the Chinese Super League had no restrictions. Right after a few transfers,
Now the restrictions.
they brought a few policies that they had to cap the salary
And
for
stuff like
foreign
that.
players and stuff like that. The same way it is open-ended for the Saudi League.
Yeah.
Right now for them, they want to make sure that their league is recognized.
And
what are they
attracts-
doing? They're investing in it.
Yeah, it attracted a lot of people. Cristiano Ronaldo went there. He's made a lot of money. Mpaka amefika mahali amesema, you know what? I can be an influencer. So the guy decides to open a YouTube channel, man.
Hi guys. welcome to
Hi,
my YouTube channel.
I'm
Check it
Cristiano.
out. I think
Man
I think
opens a YouTube channel.
I think the intro for Cristiano Ronaldo will be like
Su.
uno,
Oh.
dos, tres, su.
But what's the content there? Because I feel like it will be mostly workout.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think this is what I think. He opened that channel not because he needed it, but because he needs to take Georgina to a whole new level.
Is it a PR thing or stuff? I believe Georgina has one. UR.Georgina, there is one. And
Yes.
then now this one is UR.Cristiano. So
Yes.
it's like for him.
But then you see, a lot of people know Cristiano for Cristiano,
Not
not Cristiano because there is Georgina. But now when people begin seeing Georgina
on
CR7's
Cristiano's
channel,
yeah, they will go
transfer news inatoka from earning £2 million a week,
To
sorry,
three-
a year.
to 30 million subscribers in a day.
There you go.
But you know what? I feel like if you are a football player, you shouldn't limit yourself to just being a football player.
True.
You should
There's
explore other
talents
avenues.
you have, please feel free.
Which other talent does Cristiano have? Singing?
Cristiano Ronaldo for the YouTube channel is just a start, but even before the YouTubes, he was the most followed footballer on Instagram. He's always used that platform for more than football. Right? So Cristiano Ronaldo has never limited himself to being just a footballer, and that's why he has the big bucks.
I feel this guy is obsessed with records, man. He just wants to set records, like,
Mr. Billy, I'm glad that CR7 is obsessed with setting good records.
yeah.
Let's talk of the record that Chelsea,
Setting.
Barcelona, because they're in the same category when it comes to transfers,
yes.
and now Sterling is about to set.
So if you're Sterling, what do you do? Because his jersey has been given out. He's not in the Premier League team. He's not in the UEFA Conference League team.
Yes.
He's not in any team of Chelsea. In fact, he's training away from the first team, the players.
Yes, and you see, it is very unfortunate for him because he went for the preseason, played almost all matches in the preseason.
He played well.
He played well.
Yes.
And when they came back now to begin the league, he knew that his spot was cemented.
He's a first team player.
And the conversation wasn't hard of me leaving. The conversation going around was, how are we moving forward? He was
boom.
actually tipped to be club captain.
Yes.
So where did it all go wrong for the man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Just feel it's a lot of bureaucracy at Chelsea that even you cannot understand. Him, Chilwell, Chaloba, they're not even in any squad. Their numbers have been given out. Then you ask yourself,
Will you sign, Jimmy, will you sign Sterling at Play-by-Play FC?
No way.
you don't want to. You don't want
You should really think about it because hapa hivi sahi as we talk hatuna space ya 2 kona space ya 1 but coming right up People by Nyashinsky featuring Savara. Right after that we'll be talking about Space ya 2 by Elzafan Jora and Manasseh Shalom. Keep it Baze Radio. 51 minutes past the top of the hour. Make it 52 right here at Baze Radio. My name is Ronnie Randy
Mr. Bill in the building.
Jimmy Cooks.
and this is a play-by-play. So lads,
Yes.
100 Premier League games.
A man like Erling Haaland.
Erling brought Haaland.
Yeah.
But before we do that, why do you want to take my happiness away? Ahmad
Enjoy.
Diallo makes it 1-1 for Manchester United. And guess what assisted him? Muzuri. Man like Mazuri has assisted Ahmad. So that game is 1-1 at the early kickoff, Manchester United versus Brighton. It took Odekaya 64.
Nice.
We are still cruising in, but that goal was nice.
Perfect time to
That
say
was good. Yeah, it was
ilikuwa
a good
assist
goal.
mzuri.
Yes. Assist mzuri.
Si ndio?
So
But-
ulikuwa sema Haaland,
Man like Erling brought Haaland.
Yeah.
100 games,
Yeah.
90 plus goals in the Premier League. Is he setting new records? Is he that good? If there was any other striker in that Man City team, would they be able to reach such a height?
No. For me, no. Haaland is just on a whole new other level. And I love the fact that nowadays he is good on the ball, not just scoring. He assists also. He controls the ball. He dribbles again. He makes the run. So like I'll say he's like a complete striker for me, because for some strikers they are only good in scoring. Like for Lukaku, he's good in scoring, but he cannot hold the ball. But Haaland has all these qualities of a striker that you look for, and for me is arguably the best striker we have now.
Yep. For Haaland, it's like a body, right? See, the same way your hands won't function without your head won't function without your eyes. Same thing for Haaland and City. So he got into this team that was okay. See, this body was functioning properly.
Yes.
This body just needed a foot.
Yes.
Right? He's that foot. He's that right foot for that team, because they were okay. They just needed that little striker. They got him, Erling Haaland. So first season Haaland, debut season, we didn't know much.
True.
That's why he scored all those goals, because we didn't know how to counter him, how to defend against him. Second season Haaland, people knew Wagwan, but he still did what he did. So this is why I'm giving him props, because after the first season he had a challenge. Do I stay the same or do I get better? He got better.
Yes.
He improved on the aspects that people used to challenge him on, that he didn't know how to hold the ball up the field.
Yes.
He didn't know how to play without, okay, this team is setting up a low block.
Yes.
So I don't have space to run into. He didn't know how to do that. Now he does. So he's getting better by the day, and that's why getting to the amount of goals that he's gotten to at that particular age
it's incredible, and he's still young, so he still has more seasons to play. And they were comparing him with Aguero. So Aguero did not reach the heights that Haaland has reached in 100 games for Manchester City, and he went on to be the legend of Manchester City, like the elite top scorer in terms of goals across all competition. So I feel like Haaland is going to smash that record with a far.
So Manchester City pulled Erling Haaland, and as you've said earlier, they needed a foot.
Yes.
So they got both his feet actually.
Yep.
And
Literally.
and the header too.
But on the other end, from one champion to another,
Yes.
Real Madrid are about to miss Jude Bellingham's right foot due to an injury,
Yeah.
famously known as plantar fasciitis.
What's happening, bro? Please explain.
So plantar fasciitis, this is the part of your foot. Literally, it's actually the sole of your foot. So what happens is the muscles that hold your body are pushed to massive extents that they can no longer handle the stress.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
the pain is immense because their muscles, you can't really tell whether they are progressing or retrogressing. So Jude Bellingham can wake up one morning and say he's fine and do a couple of games. And in the
then
middle
next day,
of the match, 70th minute, he's like, I can't do this.
Can't even stand.
He can't even stand.
yeah.
Wow.
So it affects the arch of the foot, the ball, the ball of the foot, and exactly at the sole of your foot, where you used to stand,
Yeah.
where you need to sprint.
Yep.
Kwa sababu you need your heels and at the front, now the arch to also support your foot.
Yeah.
So plantar fasciitis is it's not a common injury to football players. It's a common, if I may say, injury or deficiency. It's a common deficiency to flat feet
Guys,
humans, guys. Just
People suffering from it.
people suffering from flat feet usually suffer from plantar fasciitis.
So you should have a
More often than
curve.
not.
You should have a curve in your foot.
Yes,
Everyone has it.
yes,
Everyone has it.
Except for people who are flat.
exactly.
But is it going to be a miss at Real Madrid? Also consider the fact that also Kamavinga is not fit yet. He's also injured. So do you feel like Luka Modric is being called old guy? You come and hold it down.
I don't think Luka Modric is anyone's replacement.
I think they are
happy.
replacements for.
Yeah.
Luka Modric is there to have a good time. Play.
By play.
This is Baze Radio. Keep it locked.
I'm not a happy man.
Why not?
Hata ukiulizwa umenipendea nini? I'm not a happy man at all.
Why not?
So Garnacho had the ball in goal, but a man like Zagzi.
Pause.
wanted to play Batman and save the day, but apparently was offside. So that goal has been cancelled. So it's still 1-1. But Manchester United did the goal in post. So we are yet to see that. Itaishaje, so tuko dakika 74. But fingers crossed, man. Najua Jimmy hapa anacheka kifurahia sana.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the listener as a Manchester United fan, as play-by-play.
Yep.
The same way we are sure that tomorrow's sun will rise. The same way I am sure that by the time it is the 90th minute,
Fergie's time.
Manchester United ako juu ya meza kama remote.
Alright.
Nothing else. This is play-by-play. Ronnie Randy.
Mr. Bill in the building.
Jimmy Cooks.
Earlier we were talking about Ilkay Gundogan's return to Man City.
Yes.
And I can tell you one thing is for sure. He retired from Germany. We are going to touch on that. Manuel Neuer's
Retirement, right?
Also, Thomas Muller did his retirement. But we'll also be touching more on the
fixtures.
National Rugby Circuit.
Yes.
And the fixtures that are about to come up.
Yes, and the predictions, right?
Yes.
Now, also fantasy, also mutuambie, how's your team doing so far? In the building, I'm leading. Apparently, I have 8 points. Jimmy.
Yeah. I got off to a perfect start. Last week I had 86 points. So I got no pressure. Actually, kick off issue receiver one.
Ronnie.
I was above average. That's all I can say. Remember to keep it play by play. This is Baze Radio. Mr. Seed and Prince Inda talking about the daily motivation. And I want to ask you a question. Mr. Bill and Jimmy Cooks.
Yeah.
The listener. If currently you are a professional footballer at your mid-30s, you need a daily motivation to play for your national team. Or you'd retire. When I'm talking about daily motivation, I'm talking about 80 million euros in wages. I don't think there's any better motivation, is there?
No. It's money. Money is the only motivation that I need.
Tunanimitaja tu kasmile.
Money is the only
Imagine
motivation.
ukiwa nayo.
No. But your discussion imekuwa for the longest time. You find that guys, they do perform well in club level. But when they are called for the national team, they don't perform as much as they do at a club level. So others wanasemanga, at a club level, hizo marupurupu ni mob, you're being paid well on time, everything is catered for. But when it comes to the national team, unaambia siwe ni Mkenya, unakufia team.
Be a patriot.
Yeah, you be a patriot. So a lot of guys, they've been that discussion. If you compare the stats of a player at a club level as compared to the national team level, it's two different things. Except for like Messi and Cristiano, for them, like they have a lot of ego to prove to each other who's the GOAT, and we know who the GOAT is. But these other players, it's a little bit like 50-50.
So it is an end of an era for Germany.
Yep.
Because they lose a trio in the form of Ilkay Gundogan, Manuel Neuer, and Thomas Muller.
Yes. 2
of these are World Cup winners at the 2014 Brazil World Cup, where they actually managed to thrash Brazil 7-1.
We're never going to forget that, are we?
Never.
Yeah,
Never. It's going to be impossible.
That was a crazy.
But Germany legend Thomas Muller has called his time on his national team. And I want us to focus on Ilkay Gundogan's time at the national team with Germany. Because for Manuel Neuer and Thomas Muller, we have some meat on it.
Full careers,
Yeah, full careers.
Yeah, and also you can add also Kroos on that.
Toni Kroos.
Yeah,
definitely.
He retired again. Ilkay, I felt like he hasn't won anything with Germany like properly. You get, like I felt he should have won like a Euro or something, a World Cup or something for you to retire with, so that when you're ending a career, you'll be like, I won this at my club level, because at club level, that guy has won everything that has to be won. He has won the Premier League, the FA, the Carabao Cup. He has won also the Champions League, right?
He missed out on the La Liga.
Yeah, he missed out on the La Liga, but
Vibes courtesy of Jude Bellingham.
Yes. But now for the national team, what have you won for your team? What record are we remembering you with? Have you scored more goals? Have you created more of the assist, the chances? So it was too early for him. I feel like he has like a few years to play. Hata mimi na feel angekuwa kwa World Cup yenye na come. After that ndio angeretire.
Yeah, there's some sense that you're making, but I also feel like if you've given your best, you should also give a chance to the youngins that are coming through, because at the national level there's a lot of people who miss out. Because if I'm the coach of a national team, I'll always give the older ones a chance to play
as compared to the youngins.
Yeah, their time is almost up.
Yes.
So if he's felt like he's given his best and it's time, well and good.
Manuel Neuer,
Legend of the game.
He got into a conversation at a certain point of his career, where he was being considered to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
He did. And one thing about Manuel Neuer that I actually love is he was the one who actually brought the form of sweeper keeper.
Yeah, that term actually. Yes.
That term, sweeper keeper.
Yes.
And since then, the goalkeeping position has always demanded for every keeper you have to be a sweeper.
Yep.
Ukikam short of those skills,
you're not a goalkeeper anymore.
You're not a goalkeeper. And that is why we saw the likes of David De Gea alikuwa anaumia kwa sababu it was not his strength.
Yep.
Yeye alikuwa amefocus on the goalkeeping aspect. But back to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer has been capped for Germany over 50 matches. When he went to the Brazil, when they went to play for the World Cup in Brazil 2014, they ensured that he came out definitely as a winner, as a gold medalist. Unaona. And one thing about him is, regardless of his injuries in the past, he still managed to be the number one between the sticks, in front of Ter Stegen.
He's a happy man now.
Leno.
Yes. And Stegen is a happy man. He's like, finally, it's my time to shine. He's there looking like, okay, it's about time. But I feel like also he filled in the shoes of Kahn. Yeah. Oliver Kahn was like one of the legendary goalkeepers for German, and I feel like also Neuer is going to go down on record as also one of the greats of his generation. So German are blessed with good goalkeepers, and it's going to be a miss. I'll miss him as a football fan, but I'm here to see if Stegen is up for the challenge, if Leno is up for the challenge. We're here to see if these guys will offer, a replacement for Neuer.
This is how we know we are getting old, man. People who used to watch growing up are retiring. We getting old.
Opening YouTube channels.
And that's opening YouTube channels.
Going to MLS.
So guys, when we come back, we look at the National Sevens Circuit, which is happening here in the 254, and the games size iko hapa RFUEA. Inasemanga RFUEA grounds in Nairobi, and tuko at the Kabeberi Sevens. So last weekend ilikuwa Dallas Sevens. So we are going to look at a few of the results from the Dallas Sevens. Dallas Sevens. Then now we look at how the circuit is going on sahi at RFUEA inaendelea namna gani.
This is Baze Radio.
If you're wondering why Manchester United, they're still 1-1. 7 minutes of added time, still ongoing. Welcome back. This is Play by Play. Mr. Bill in the building.
Ronnie Randy.
Jimmy Cooks.
And Jimmy is cooking something anataka kutucheck hapa hivi before the day ends. But guys, wasewaruji, if you are a rugby fans or if you are a rugby fan rather, tuko na circuit ya the local sevens inaendelea. So sahi tuko Kabereri sevens inaendelea, and now kuna games ina happen. So last weekend tulikuwa Dallas 7. Dallas manze ama na plan kwenda America. So ilibaki imeshindwa na Kabra Sugar. They won that circuit. So now tuko hapa Nairobi kwa RFUEA grounds, and some of the games imekuwa played. So round 1 of day 1, round 1 of course niko na results. So Kabrak ilibaki imeshinda Ngong Warriors so 31-0. Then NYS Spades ikabaki imeshinda Cooperative Uni, that is 38-0. AP Warriors ilibaki imeshinda Masaku Rugby, that is 36-0. Then kuna Tam Marines walibaki wameshinda Dagoretti 17-5. Embu RFC ilibaki imeshinda KCA 26-7. Then Min Machine walishinda Kenya Prisons 10-5. Homeboys RFC ilibaki imeshinda 47-0 versus Kiambu Rugby. Then Sigalagala ikapiga JKUAT 15-7. Zitek ikapiga Meru RFC 31-0. Then N suburbs wakabaki Nakuru suburbs wakabaki wameshinda Molo RFC 28-0. So hiyo ilikuwa round 1. Then real quick round 2 piko complete. So Nakuru RFC ikabaki imeshinda Strathmore. Nakuru RFC ikashindwa na Strathmore 24-0. Alafu Kabras Sugar ikabaki imeshinda Impala 31-7. Alafu tukakuwa na Catholic Monks wakashinda Stallions Rugby 19-17. Alafu Menengai Oilers wakapiga Kisumu RFC 43-7. Alafu Nondescripts wakabaki wameshinda Daystar Falcons. Daystar Falcons wakapiga Nondescripts 24-7. Harlequins wakabaki wameshinda Black Blood 24-19. Alafu KCB wakabaki wameshinda Mwamba 29-5. Then Moost wakabaki wameshinda MKU Thika 22-0.
Wow.
Cabras being too sweet for Impala is poetic, if you ask me.
Harlequins and Black Blood, I don't know.
So we are having professional teams playing against university.
No, for unis what they do, they always have the rugby team. Like a uni si watoto wadogo, you know, we have the older guys.
I know.
So they register themselves in the circuit.
Okay. Meaning, let me just play the devil's advocate here. Our universities are poaching.
Yes.
It's not completely students.
It's not completely students. No. Yeah, we have the transfers and stuff like that. Rugby na wana transfer and that. So round 3 itakuwa happen kesho, so we see who's gonna win the circuit, but we keep it local. Elections mazezi na come FKF elections. And hits zimekuwa it's they're going around, man. How do you feel about FKF, Ronnie? Una feel aje? Are they running the league or the federation the way it's supposed to be run in Kenya?
Actually, yes, they are running the league. They are not operating the league.
They are running the league.
Unaona? Because if you are operating the league, then the money that FIFA is releasing
for stadiums
and for the league to be run with, then we wouldn't hear of late wages for players. We wouldn't hear of lack of facilities for teams.
Yes.
You see? And also, we wouldn't hear of instances where certain players from certain teams are the only ones making cut to the national team.
Yes.
Because they have an affiliation with the FKF president who plays for his team. Unaona?
Yes.
So for me, the FKF experiencing a change is late. It's not too little too late, but it's very much late. Look at where Kenya is right now. We couldn't even make the recent AFCON tournament that happened a few months ago.
Yes.
And where we are as a nation right now, with the caliber of players that we have, we should be able to make the AFCON tournament, play in it, not just participate, play in it and challenge for it. Because hata kwenye tumefika, we deserve it.
Are we ready for AFCON, which is supposed to be held under the Pamoja initiative? Are stadiums being repaired?
Nilikuambia kutenga tumetenga. Mikakati kwa hizi miradi tumeweka. Mikakati ziko. Na kuzindua hizo stadiums, I promise you, tutazindua. Lakini I also want to hear what Jimmy Cooks has to say.
Our rot in the FKF is too much rooted. It's deeply rooted.
Okay.
So the elections are good and all, but if we don't work on the systems that are already in place, if we don't work to fixing them and making them better, we'll still be having the same problems. It will just be the same snake, different head.
Okay, tukimalizia, I'm sad because the game is full time. Manchester United, Bona, they have been beaten 2-1.
Don't be. Nothing.
They have been beaten. A goal was scored by a man like Pedro in the... it feels sad. In the 90 plus 5 minute.
Yeah. These things happened. Last week, you lot were celebrating an injury time winner. It's hit you this week. Don't worry. Next week, it will be someone else. But Ogopa ali kick off.
So, tunaenda relegation, eh?
Mi niko sure if you're not a Manchester United fan, right about now, your life is sweet. Willie Paul coming through your stereo. This is Baze Radio.
BazeRadio.co.ke. This is play by play. Now, kuna play nimeona hapa. In the dying moments of a match.
Oh my days.
Yes? This man is called Joao Pedro. This man has been waiting for this moment his entire life. Like yakiwa mtoto alikuwa anaona Cantona akiscore screamers dying minutes of the game, anasema tu one day I will be scoring at this game. Little did he know he will be scoring against, not for, Manchester United. So tuko game week 2. Manchester United shall lose.
Really, bro? You just said to mention that, right?
Wahenga wanasema it's a marathon, it's not
Exactly.
a sprint.
Na mtangulia
But
ba?
the way you have lost is what baffles me. Have you played well?
No.
Not really.
Yes.
Do you think you're Champions League material?
Yes, we are.
I don't.
We are.
I really don't.
We are.
I've seen Champions League material. And Brighton?
The Champions
Brighton
League
is
material.
way ahead of
Enda huko.
We ongea tu, Aston Villa na kungoja at 7:30.
But
Arsenal, Aston Villa.
But right before Arsenal face off against Aston Villa, 5 p.m., Crystal Palace face it off against the Hammers
London Derby.
at Selhurst Park. London Derby.
Yes.
Another team from London will be playing Leicester at the Craven Cottage. That is Fulham against Leicester.
Yes, at 5.
Then we have the Noisy Neighbours playing against newly promoted
Ipswich.
Kieran McKenna's side, Ipswich.
And I have Haaland as my captain for the Fantasy League.
Well,
yes. Again, if I look at that, again at 5 p.m. tuko na Hotspurs. Tottenham Hotspurs. They'll be squaring it out with Everton, huh? Or is it Everton?
Might be a draw.
It might be a draw. It might be.
Yeah. Sipo baya. Southampton will also be playing against Nottingham Forest.
Yes.
I hope they don't get lost in the woods. So right at 7:30, a team from Birmingham will be playing against a team from London. That is Aston Villa versus Arsenal.
Yes.
One thing about this particular match is that there's always a lot of tension.
And last season, they did a double on Arsenal, right?
Yes.
Yes.
There's always a lot of heat. But one thing is for sure, there is always a lot of tempo. Isi game inakuanga imetulia.
There's only 2 people that make this game tough.
Watkins
Coach
and Oli
meaning
Watkins.
himself, Unai Emery, and the goalkeeper.
Emi Martinez.
Because these people have a vendetta. These people make it personal.
Yes.
Always they do. I don't know
Yes.
why. Like, we let them off politely.
That is what you thought. No retreat, no surrender. And again, the definition of politely,
Yeah.
ni kama ilibadilika.
It's relative.
It's very relative.
Yes.
And tomorrow on Sunday,
Yeah.
Bournemouth will be playing against Newcastle.
Yeah, that's a good game to watch, by the way.
Yeah, definitely
that's a
looks
good game.
entertaining. Another interesting match for you to be tuned in is Wolves against Chelsea. Wolves at home.
I won't waste time watching that. Who's
why?
are gonna win that game for sure?
Now, that is one of the reasons why I'll be watching that match. So that I see how did Chelsea win against Soviet.
It was
Because I believed that Soviet had better chances. I began watching that match believing that Soviet
Mike Gui with the goalpost, bro, and that guy did not even score that goal.
inafanyika. Then at 6:30 local time, Liverpool will be facing it off against the Bees.
Yeah, that's a good game to watch, by the way. Brentford versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good game to watch.
But it's the first game at Anfield. Ain't no way Liverpool are losing.
True.
It happens.
And
football is football.
And don't be surprised that the former manager might be in Anfield. Kwa sababu tangu kwa retirement ndio shughuli amekuwa akifanya. He was seen over at Adele's concert. Was seen over at the Euros. So he might just make a comeback at the Liverpool stands and you might hear the crowd going, Jurgen Klopp is back in town.
Okay, so you guys, how's your fantasy looking like, man? So who's your captain? Who's your captain, Jimmy?
Easy. It was a no-brainer for this week. Man, he's playing against Ipswich. Erling Haaland.
Alafu akose kufunga.
Isaac kufunga. Erling Haaland doesn't play for Manchester United. He plays for Man City.
Who's your captain?
Everyone's captain.
Haaland.
Erling brought Haaland.
So everybody is as captain Haaland. So I have Haaland also. I have Romero in my team. So
my question will be, who's your differential pick? Who's the player that you have and is not mostly owned by the rest of the...
Yes. Because that is where the difference usually is.
I have Kudus.
Okay, nice.
I have Kudus. Yeah, I feel... But the rest is just like the normal guys. I have Cash, I have Paqueta, I have Isak, I have Foster in goal, I have Josesa in goal. He'll keep a clean sheet against Chelsea. I have Dalot, I have Lewis Hall, I have Saliba, I have Romero, I have Mitoma, I have Son, I have Mbuemu, I have Kudus, I have Haaland, and then I have Wissa.
I'd say Paqueta is your most differential pick over there.
Yep.
But alikuja tu kujaza tu space.
He's on
Just,
penalties.
Yeah, just to feel the... But sijacheza bench boost, he's on bench. Sijacheza a triple captain, so I'm waiting for the right time.
Mr. Cooks,
Yeah.
if you were to advise a newly FPL manager,
Yes.
he's just been given £100 million to do his signing. Which is the most crucial player? Just one player that you tell him, if you miss this, you're missing out on major points.
Mohamed Salah.
In terms of the assist and goals?
No. This man has hacked Fantasy Premier League. So Mohamed Salah, even in Liverpool's worst season ever, himself as an individual, he was eyed. Leave alone that. He is the Egyptian pharaoh, bro.
The Egyptian pharaoh.
Never miss it. Sindio?
Yeah.
This is play by play. You had it right fast from Jimmy Cooks. If you're about to form a team, don't miss Mohamed Salah. Keep it basic. If we even dare to allow Pep Guardiola to win the league this year, Mr. Sid na Mkardinali watakuwa wamejaa mbaya sana. This is play by play. My name is Ron Randy.
Mr. Billy in the building.
Jimmy Cooks.
Mr. Billy,
Yep.
walk us through the La Liga. Quick and fast.
When we are crossing to La Liga, you have to speak with the Spanish accent. So Barcelona will be playing against Athletic Club. That is at 8 p.m. local time. But the first game is at 6 p.m. Osasuna versus Mallorca.
Okay.
Then at Sunday, Nusu Espanyol versus Real Sociedad. Then also the same time we'll have Getafe versus Rayo Vallecano. Real Madrid tomorrow at 6 p.m. against Valladolid. Yes, and we're here to see how Mbappe is going to perform in that. He hasn't scored, but it's a game at home, and Don Carlo alikuwa anasema it is his time now. So we're here to see how that will go. Then we have Leganés versus Las Palmas. That is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Alaves versus Real Betis. Saa 2:15 also tomorrow. Then Atletico Madrid versus Girona at home. Itakuwa saa 4:30. Galaga might make a start on that. Sindo?
It's a game to watch.
Yeah, that's the game to watch. Then to cross over to Serie A real quick. So today at 7:30 tuko na AS Milan versus Parma. Then Udinese versus Lazio at the same time. Then also today at 9:45 Inter Milan versus Lecce. Then Monza versus Genoa. Also zitakuwa zina kick at the same time. Then tomorrow at 7:30 De Gea with his Fiorentina, they'll be squaring out with Venezia. Then Torino versus Atlanta also at the same time. Then 9:45 tutakuwa na Bologna versus Napoli. And then Roma versus Empoli zitakuwa zinaanza at the same time. Then on Monday we have two games. Tuko na Calgary versus Como zitakuwa zinaanza 7:30 on Monday. Then Verona versus Juventus. Also.
Since you've managed to sneak in a few champions,
Yep.
and their fixtures, it's only right we say that tomorrow at around 6:30 tomorrow at around 3 p.m. Gor Mahia will be squaring it out against El Merrick. Your team ni ya Mwarabu.
Second leg.
Second leg.
of
where Gor Mahia are chasing
African
Kamba.
Champions League, right?
Yeah, the African Champions League.
Yeah.
And the stats for Gor Mahia in the local league is that they haven't lost their last 3 matches.
Nice.
But when it comes to the Champions League,
Those guys are always whooped, man. They are always whooped. Not to be a hater, but FC Gor, whenever they go outside the country, they're always
So this
whooped.
let me tell you what happens. You see, outside, especially in these Arab countries, they love and adore football. So when they see a foreign team coming to play against their local team, the ground is usually so hostile. Unlike here, when we're experiencing a new team, there is always that love, that charming kindness, that warmness. But when Gor or these other local teams go and play abroad for the Africa Champions League, the ground is hostile. Lakini nataka kuambia El Merrick, Guinea wasekao.
So remaining on the local league, as we are speaking now, we have 2 games ambazo ziko almost kuisha. So halftime scores between Bidco United and Shabana. My Shabana is leading 1-0, and then KCB versus Sharks, it's 0-0. So also the local league is back. So we have match week 1 equal today. So as we mentioned earlier, so Posta Rangers, they were squaring out with the Bandari. Alafu KCB versus Kariobangi Sharks, Bidco United versus Shabana, and then the mighty Tusker United versus Sofapaka. So that's season games Saturday. Then on Sunday we'll see Ulinzi Stars versus Moranga Seals, then Mathare United ya Jimmy Cooks versus Chingwe AFC Leopards.
Yes.
And then Mara Sugar versus the KK Homeboys, the Kakamega Homeboys. Najua KK. The Kakamega Homeboys. So that's in the local league right here. Who do you think atachukua league?
Nothing new under the sun.
Gor Mahia, as always.
I'd really love for Tusker to pull up their socks. They usually seem like they have the grit.
Yeah.
They put in the effort every once in a while in every few seasons. So I really hope they will also put up a fight this season, Waibebe. So ama pia wanaweza kuwa wako drinks, you never know.
Yeah. So for Parker, I don't know what happened to them. They were a good team, but we as play by play, we always say manze, ukipata time unatokea grao, you go see how the game is being played. So all these games ziko around.
The tickets are never expensive.
Yeah, 200 bob, 300 bob max. So you make sure that you put
actually terrace constant.
Yeah. So
only punch VIP.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, you're polite to your pockets.
Yoni bei ya mwananchi. Ya mtu wa boda boda. Na mama mboga.
Then not forgetting, if a rugby fan, so tomorrow tuko na day 2 of the national circuit, iko pale RFUEA. So iko hapa Tungong Road. So if you can spare some time, you go and also watch the matches, because they're amazing matches. Well, no watu wakipigwa pale zinatwangwa aje?
Tackle na scrum.
Tackles man. If you are a rugby fan, make sure that you make your way there.
What can we say, man? This has been a play by play. Remember to follow us on social media. My name is Ronnie_Randy on Instagram, RonaldRandy007 on X. Niko hapo. Mpaka hapo ndio nimefika.
Ako kwa X wake. Mine is Mr. Billy across all social media platforms. But also remember Baze Radio across all social media platforms.
Yes.
And Pia, we'll be sharing a link of our league. If you want to join our fantasy league, Pia, you can join that. And remember, we always say, ula atakuanga namaliza number 1. He'll be coming to kick it with us during the show. Jimmy?
Wagwan, Jimmy Cooks across all social media, which is only 2. Instagram and X. Yeah, you know. Wagwan, bless up. Have a good weekend.
I've lined up some great tunes coming up your way. But one thing is for sure. Play by play, inakubalika. Keep it Baze.
This is Baze Radio.
We are 254 to the core.